Alright guys, I had a couple questions about my plate carrier, so I figured today I'd just do a quick video about it. It's a Condor modular operator plate carrier. It's a 1000 denier nylon construction, pretty cheap and cheerful. I think they're about $70 to $75 depending on where you go. I will include a link to Amazon where you can see this exact plate carrier. It comes in black, tan, OD green, multicam, a couple different colors. The reason why I chose this is a cheap and cheerful kind of plate carrier. I don't need a $400 plate carrier just to carry some armor plates. And hey, you know what? It's just molly stitching. So yeah, those $4,000 and $300, between $500 and $2,000 plate carriers must be really nice, but I don't really understand how they hold pouches differently than a Condor plate carrier does. So I'll go over this really quick. I have two 10 by 12 plates in the front and back. I also have two 6 by 6 plates in the sides here. Pretty easy to put in, and you can pick up these plates pretty cheap. I think for all four, they're about $200. They're NIJ certified, level 3, which means they can defeat up to 7 rounds of 7.62 ammunition. So I've seen them do a lot more than that, but obviously that's what they're certified to do. So we'll start at the top, kind of work down. The vest comes with these straps on the side for a water tube. It comes on both sides, but I've cut the ones on the right off because I'm right-handed. So if I ever have a hydration tube, I want it on the left, and I don't want a bunch of extra stuff hanging. It comes with a Velcro identification panel here. It's also MOLLE if you want to weave something over top of that. And I just got a flag patch on here right now, an IR flag patch, because I took off my identifying stuff for this video. I have a single point bungee rifle sling slung through the arms, and then on the back it's held with a carabiner to make sure that the rifle stays snug and it's not going anywhere. Obviously I have this quick detachment which is also attached to my rifle, so it'll stay slung. I've seen guys have it over here to the right. I've seen people do a 2-point sling, and this is just how I like it. Okay, and like I said, these shoulder straps are detached or Velcro, so you can open them up and put the rifle sling through it. Going down, I have a triple AR mag pouch here. As you can see, they got a little bungee on top of each. These are Troy battle mags. Really easy to get in and out. P mags also work great as well. As well as the metal GI mags. These don't hold AK-47 magazines. You have to get a separate carrier for that. They also feature MOLLE on the outside because usually I'll have like a handcuff key, maybe some zip tie restraints, or maybe even a chem light woven in here. They also feature behind an admin pouch. There's a little pull tab here. I don't know if you can see that real well. Put my hand behind it. That you can actually pull that. There's an admin pouch that sits behind this panel. I don't use it because I like to keep everything flat. I used to have kangaroo pouches, so the pistol mags would actually sit on top of these, but it just gets too wide. As you can see, if I turn to the side, it's pretty slim. Right now I keep things pretty slim because I don't want my stuff all the way out here where I'm having to like literally stand over my gear, so I try to keep everything pretty slim and streamlined. The only thing I would add to this vest would be maybe a little medical pouch, and I'd probably just try to find a small one that would fit probably right here on the outside of this magazine. If you come around to the left, I have a 5.11 open top pistol magazine pouch, pretty easy to draw from. Like I said, the purpose of this vest is for rifles, so a lot of my pistol stuff is up out of the way. I also carry a set of handcuffs, traditional handcuffs, in a High Speed Gear taco pouch. These things are great, but they're super expensive. I think just for this handcuff pouch, they're like $35. They do have a little clip, and you can withdraw the handcuffs. They also fit like dip pouches. I've seen guys have different stuff in here, but like I said, I just like this stuff out of the way and out of my shooting side. What else? As I said, I like stuff out the way, so on this side I have absolutely nothing. Keep it pretty slim so I can draw the pistol without anything getting in the way. Ideally, you have a leg mount when you're wearing a vest like this, but I want to simulate putting this vest on with a duty belt without actually putting my duty belt on. I can wear my duty belt and fit this as well without the belt interrupting, but the way I have it set up right now, it's tight enough to where I wouldn't be able to wear it with my soft armor underneath. So right now I have it set up just to wear it by itself. That's the thing that a lot of people bring up. I'm 6'1", about 192 pounds. This vest fits me. They are adjustable, so if you want to adjust it at the back, you pull out the cummerbund here. You can untie it, make it tighter, make it looser, whatever you have to do to put it together. You pull this snap, you pull this up. You Velcro down here, then you Velcro underneath this, and snap it back on. So that's kind of the short and sweet version of the vest. Right now, the purpose of this vest is a active shooter slash civil unrest slash end of the world vest, I guess you'd say, because they can be used for anything. I work with a lot of guys, and I see a lot of guys that just put a ton of stuff on these vests. They got, like I said earlier, you have to walk around with their arms bowed out just to fit over everything. And like I said earlier, that's a big reason why I even slimmed down the front pouches, because I don't want my vest to basically be so big that I can't get through an obstacle or get through a doorway or something like that. So I keep it pretty slimline. Like I said, about the only other thing I would add would be maybe a little first aid kit just for myself with a tourniquet or something like that. Like I said, I have other little bits and pieces. If I take this vest down the field, I have other little bits and pieces, but they're all small things. It's nothing like enormous. So I want to talk for a second about the purpose of these vests. Like I said, a lot of guys use them for active shooter scenarios and active shooter response vests. Those are great. I think everybody who's a gun owner or has a rifle or supports the Second Amendment should have one of these, just based on the fact that you never know what's going to happen. I know some guys use these as bug out vests. Again, these guys that I've seen doing bug out review videos for their vests just have a ton of stuff mounted upon mounted upon mounted. The way I see it, not to come across like a tough guy or come across like if you're using one of these as a bug out vest and you've got a ton of stuff on it, there's the potential, let me put this correctly, there's the potential that you're just going to get your stuff taken from you. Okay, if I'm wearing this vest, my goal is not to bug out. This is an assault-based vest, meaning that you're intentionally going into a situation where you know you're most likely going to be into a firefight, be that in your professional duties or if you're an overseas contractor or something like that. You wear one of these vests because the likelihood of being in a firefight is high. Okay? So, yes, could you wear one to protect yourself in a bug out situation? Yeah, absolutely. But if your goal is to protect yourself only without trying to look like you're trying to take over somebody's compound, or if you're out on an assault-based mission, to have all these magazines and everything showing, I think you may send the wrong impression. This vest, if it didn't have any pouches on it, you could still wear this ballistic vest underneath a jacket. As you can see, they're pretty slim. Even with the plates, I mean, mine's thicker because it's got stuff on it. But if you're strictly looking to protect yourself, I would do an inside carry versus this, because when somebody sees somebody with a rifle and an assault setup like this, their reaction is probably going to be that you're intending to take their supplies, infiltrate their camp, do things like that. And that may well be your intention. However, if you're going to do that, you need to have the skills and experience and also the equipment to back that up, and not have so much equipment on you that you are going to hinder yourself from achieving your goal. Like I said, whether that's in an active shooter scenario, whether you're a PMC overseas, whether you're on a PSD detail and they call for a rifle. I know guys that wear vests like this who do gold and diamond transportation. So there's a lot of different scenarios where you could wear a vest like this. 99% of them are above board. Just don't be that bug out tough guy who has six rifle magazines and 4 pistol magazines, and you're gonna run around, and the people that really know what they're doing are gonna pick you first because you look like a fucking idiot. So just want to throw that out there with the review. If you guys have any specific questions about these vests, how it's set up, how to set yours up, please reach out. I'm always responding to comments and offering advice if I can. I by no means have the most advanced vest out there. I like to have the least amount of stuff on it. As it sits right now, it weighs almost 40 pounds. So you can imagine when you see guys that have stuff just all over it, how much heavier it is. I can run a mile in this though. Can you run a mile in your vest with an extra 30 pounds on top of what I've got? So just keep that in mind. Like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. If not, thanks for watching.